Hello, my friend. I just came back from a beautiful walk in the park. It's very sunny here in London, and I picked some flowers from the flower shop. um, I had a thought during my walk that I really wanted to share with you. As usual, because I love painting, I am a big observer of things. And as I was walking, I was looking at those beautiful trees, and in the foliage, I was noticing all this alternating of dark and light, all these contrasting elements. And this led me to think how amazing is nature, because anything that we find in nature is in a way a metaphor um, for our life. When I was much younger, I learned that two opposites of one thing coexist always in life. So, for example, when I was painting, if I had to put in relevance an area of the painting which was very light, I had to put enough shadow and dark around that area so that the lit area would come out. I couldn't address a lit area without the shadows around, because otherwise everything would have looked pretty flat. And I remember when I was reading the notebooks by Leonardo da Vinci, he also mentioned that in order for a form of any kind to emerge from the paper when you were drawing, or when one was drawing or painting, you needed enough shadow around that form. So it would have a sort of three-dimensional quality to it. And it's the same in life. If I feel down, for example, instead of pushing my feeling away, instead of like trying to at any cost to be positive and distract my mind and just run away from the sad feeling, a much better approach that I learned through the years is to embrace that feeling, is to be curious and be inquisitive, trying to understand what that feeling is telling me. Because if it's true that opposites exist together, like I see in nature, and it is true, of course, then to that feeling of sadness, a corresponding feeling of joy and happiness must have existed somewhere. So if I was feeling sad for something, there was a reason that, if I understood and decoded, would have led me to the joy that I was looking for. So I thought that this was a much better approach to my feelings in life. Painting taught me that contrasts exist, and they have to coexist in order to exist individually. So joy needs sorrow to exist, and vice versa. We don't know what a dull weather is if we have never experienced sunshine, and vice versa. So knowledge that two opposites exist tells me that all I have to do is to actually question and be curious about any emotion that I have, not just the positive one, but also the negative one. Negativity, we live in a society where all we are told is to escape negativity, is to run away from it, is to be positive, don't be negative. In general, this might be useful, but in substance, if we really want to cultivate a positive attitude to life, positivity also means to embrace the negative feelings we have and to question and decode them and see what they want to tell us, rather than escaping from them, because escaping from something doesn't really lead to anything. So when we want to distract our minds, for example, and just be positive, we are not really serving us. So yes, so this is my thought for today, and I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for watching.